working and living in the same city. Wow, that's great. Imagine that. He's doing a great job on his part of minimizing his carbon footprint. He joined ToastMasters to overcome his stage fear. His speech titled, Art of Persuasion for Project Number 2, Organize Your Speech, well, he will share some persuasion techniques used in marketing with samples. So please welcome Ajay Marupilla.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and our most welcome guests. 2 free tickets to the best show in Vegas. $100 worth of coupons to play in casinos. In return, we just need 3 hours of your time. How many of you are interested? Yeah. So just like some of you have accepted the offer. For the next 3 hours, they persuaded me to buy a vacation home. With that experience, I would like to share with you just 3 persuasion techniques. The first persuasion technique is rule of reciprocation. If someone does you a favor, it's a natural human tendency to repay back the favor. It's a natural human tendency to give and take policy. But sometimes it can be give and take policy. So the initial favor was done in order to gain a bigger return. So in the previous example of vacation home, they have given me about $250 worth of coupons. And in return, they persuaded me to buy a $45K vacation home. And about 70% of the people who attended the session ended up buying it. So this is rule of persuasion. This is rule of reciprocation. The second persuasion technique is commitment and consistency. Now, being committed and being consistent are considered as strong attributes for any person. Now we may wonder, how can our commitment and our consistency play against us? I'll give you an example. Most of us shop less after Christmas, especially toys. Agree?
Yeah.
So this is a major challenge for the toy companies. Their sales were down after Christmas. They tried many things. They tried giving more discounts. They tried giving more advertisements, putting more advertisements, but nothing worked out. One company was able to crack this. Anyone would like to guess how they have done it? Okay. So they have advertised their most popular toy ad in television before Christmas. So the kids have watched this ad. They went back to their parents and they asked them to buy this toy. So the parents have committed that they'll buy the toy. So on the day when they went to the store to buy the toy, they were not able to find this toy. There was shortage of this toy. So what they have done? They ended up buying some other toy and they went back home. And after Christmas, when the toy company sales were down again, they again started advertising the same ad. The kids have watched this ad. Again they went back to their parents and asked them to buy the toy. Since the parents have initially committed that they will buy this toy, most of the parents ended up buying the toy again. So this way, that particular toy company made profits even in the off-season. So now we understand sometimes even our commitment can play against us. So the third persuasion technique is contrast principle. Let's take 3 balls of water. One hot, one room temperature, and one ice cold water. If you put your hand in hot water and immediately put your hand in the room temperature water appears cold. But if you put your hand in the ice cold water and immediately put your hand in the room temperature water appears hot. It's the same water. It appeared both hot and cold in contrast to the other 2. The same applies to sales. So as an example, most of the car dealers advise their sales rep not to discuss on the accessories until the final deal is made. So let's say that you're buying a car for $20K and $3K worth of accessories. So if the sales rep discusses on the $3K worth of accessories before the final deal is made, the $3K amount appears big, so the customer may opt out. But if the sales rep is discussing on the $3K worth of accessories after the car deal is made, In contrast to the 20K worth of amount, the 3K amount appears small. So most probably, they will end up buying all the accessories. This is contrast principle. So far I've discussed just 3 persuasion techniques. There are many such persuasion techniques and many ways we can effectively push back some of these persuasion techniques. But for me, one simple question helped me to push back some of these persuasion techniques. Especially when they reduce the 45K vacation home to 8K. And that too I can pay it in installments. The offer was very enticing. And I asked a simple question. Do I really need it? Do I really need it? The answer was no. So I have opted out. So friends, next time when you go for your Thanksgiving shopping or Christmas shopping, just before buying, for a minute, put the price aside and ask this simple question. Do I really need it? It worked for me, and I hope it works for you. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you.